We will start now. Yes, I think we are live. We are live, I believe. Okay, so welcome, friends. Welcome. It's a great day. So today we are going to discuss 12 steps to peak your performance. See, there are many people who are struggling in their life to do a better performance, right? See, we wanted to achieve something in our life, and we wanted to like we have some certain goals, and we want to achieve that. But sometimes we are not having the right path to achieve that, right? It happens sometimes, right? So today I'm going to give you a crispy 12 steps, okay, to peak your performance. So these are very, very interesting 12 steps which will help you to peak your performance. These are the steps which was actually given to me by my mentors, and even I have applied on myself and I got a result. So I thought today it's a wonderful Sunday, so I thought today I would like to give these to you people. I want to, as we always communicate, I want to make sure that my community is growing. People are getting some benefit out of this group, right? So, what are those 12 important steps? So, before starting, I request each and everyone to take a book and pen and note down all the points, whatever I'm telling. I'm going to give you the 12 capsules actually. These are very important 12 capsules. You just need to copy and practice in your life. That's it. So that you will get the result, right? So these are very important steps which will help you to peak your performance. If you are someone who's struggling to do better productivity or better what you say growth in your career or business, these are the very important 12 steps which I'm going to give you, right? Okay. Number one, awareness of your unlimited potential. So, as we human beings, we have an unlimited potential. Whether you are aware of it or not, but the truth is that we have an unlimited potential. See, for example, you see the big building outside, or the roads, what you see, or you may be watching me through a mobile, or you may be watching through a laptop, and all these device was first originated from someone's mind, right? So normally, whatever you see in the outside world, everything was created by human being, and it was created first in someone's mind, right? So as a human being, we all have unlimited potential, but the problem, we are not aware of it, or majority of the people are not aware of this, and we never try to utilize those unlimited potential. See, you don't see the people who have created something in the world, right? It can be in any field. It can be, you see your film actors, or you see the politicians, you see the big entrepreneurs, the big businessmen, or the big leaders, or even like Gandhiji. All these people were actually a normal, extraordinary people, normal people. They were not an extraordinary people before, right? But at certain level of certain point of their lifetime, like they understood that they can also create something in their life, and they understood those power, and they started utilizing those power, right? So as a human being, what we are supposed to understand, we have an unlimited potential. We can create whatever we want in our life. Okay, so the first step to peak your performance is understand, create an awareness that we have an unlimited potential, right? See, a very good quote I can tell you. It was told by Napoleon Hills, the author of Think and Grow Rich. What he told was, if the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve it. So the first thing that you should create a belief in your mind that, of course, I can achieve it. First, you should conceive an idea. You should understand that I need to perform better. So currently, let us say you are at a, let us say, at a bottom level of your organization. Maybe you are a peon, or you are a very junior accountant, or you are a sales executive. You are at the bottom of the ladder, and in this organization you want to grow, or you have started a business and you are at a beginning stage of the business and you want to grow up the business, right? So the first thing what you need to do is, first you need to understand, okay, I can create something big in my life, right? So first you create in your mind what you want to achieve, then believe that you can achieve it. right? Then you can definitely achieve those things. That's what even Napoleon Hill told, right? So first in your mind, you create an awareness of your unlimited potential. That's a very important, that's a base of your life. Then the second step, have a very big goal. Have a big goal. Never ever compromise your goal. Like as I told you, may be at a bottom level or you may be at a very junior level, but you always create a big goal. Okay, maybe not today, maybe 3 years down the line or 5 years down the line, I want to achieve certain level. Right? For example, let us say if I am a sales executive, I with the next 1 year or 1.5 years, I wanted to become a sales manager. So I first my goal is within 1.5 years, my short-term goal is what I need to achieve my sales manager job. Right? So I need to create that goal first. Then, okay, maybe next 3 years, I'll become a regional sales manager. Maybe another 3 years more down the line, I will be becoming a national head, right? Or the CEO, maybe another 6, 7, or 10 years down the line. So like that, or if you're a junior accountant, then you create, okay, from here I need to become a senior accountant, manager, then senior manager, maybe the chief accountant officer, whatever. Right? So first, make sure that you create an awareness. Second step is have a very, very big goal. Never ever compromise on your goal. So I don't want to say that when I say goal, I have seen many people telling that, okay, throw away your job and what do you say, start some business. No, I don't want, that's all up to your comfort level. You may be someone who may be comfortable at getting a regular income monthly and managing your family, whatever. So that let it be that. But in that career also, okay, in the career also, you should have a bigger goal, right? So in the business, of course, every people should have bigger goal. If you are someone who is doing a turnover of 1 CR in a year, you make sure that next year I'll do a 5 CR. Right? So always create a bigger goal, and maybe for 10 years down the line, it will be a multi-billion company. So something like that, always you should have bigger goal. Never ever compromise on your goal, right? Then the third step is master your emotions. It's a very, very important step. This is one common, what is a quality which you can see with all the leaders. You take any leaders, all these leaders, all the successful people on the planet, they all have a high level of emotional quotient. See, all we know that IQ, intelligent quotient, is very important to become a successful, right? But more than IQ, EQ is important. Emotional quotient is more important than IQ to become successful in your life. Right? You take any successful people on the planet, all they have a high level of emotional quotient. Right? They don't get upset with a small thing kind of thing. Right? So emotions, when I say, okay, I can tell you with a small story so that it will be more interesting for you. You know Abraham Lincoln, right? When Abraham Lincoln was elected as a president of US, on the first day when he went to attend the Senate, when he went to address the Senate, he was about to go to the podium. He was about to go to address the audience. One rich man, okay, he got up and looked at Mr. Abraham Lincoln and told Abraham Lincoln, you know, your dad was a cobbler at my family. Right? He was a shoe repairer. So everyone got stuck, like they all stunned, and they all looked at each other like Abraham Lincoln and the rich man. They all thought that, okay, Abraham Lincoln is going to react against this because this person tried to insult the president of US, right? United States, he is now United States president, and this rich man tried to insult the person, right? So all the audience thought that, okay, this person is going to, the Abraham Lincoln is going to react on him. But what Abraham Lincoln did was, he just smiled at the person and he continued the journey to the podium, and he stood on the podium and he asked the rich man, sir, may I know how was my dad at his work? Then the rich man told, yeah, he was very perfect, he was very honest, he was very loyal to his work. Then Abraham Lincoln looked at the audience and said, as my dad kept a loyalty and honesty at his work, I also promise to all my countrymen that I will also keep the same level of honesty and perfection and whatever in my job. Right? So everyone gave a good round of applause. So what I want to say is, there was a situation which actually was supposed to go in a negative way, but Abraham Lincoln has converted it into a positive way. Right? So you take any leaders, any big successful people on the planet, all they have a high level of emotional quotient. So when I say emotions, there are two kind of emotions. One, as you know, positive one, you know, negative one, right? So as when we look at to peak performance, the what we need to do is we need to understand that we need to increase maximum positive emotions, and we need to try to decrease the negative emotions. Right? So as much as possible, you keep on increase your positive emotions, and as much as possible, you keep on reduce your negative emotions, right? So that your EQ, intelligent quotient level, go up, and you can create actually a control on your emotions. So the third step is master the emotions, right? Then the fourth key is trust and love your job, your client, and your company. You need to trust and love your job, your clients, and your company. Right? If you are not doing a job which you like, then you are not going to become happy. Right? And if you are not happy, you won't make your customers happy. And if your customer is not happy, your company won't make any profitability. It's a very simple strategy, right? So first thing, you should be happy as an employee or as a business owner, whatever, you should be happy. So that first thing, what you need to do is you need to make sure that you are doing a job which you like it, right? And you start loving that. You start loving your job. You start trusting your job. Okay, you understand that in this job I have a growth opportunity. There are people who is growing in this job. I can also grow in the job, right? So first you understand that I need to. First you understand I need to do a job which I love, and I should trust the job, right? Then trust your customer, love your customer, because they are the people who is feeding you, right? And trust your company and management. Okay? So these are the very important things. Trust and love your job, clients, and company, right? Then another very important steps, which I know even I had this issue: avoid social media during your working hours. See, we all work almost 8 hours plus. It goes sometimes go to 9, 10, whatever. But minimum what we work is an 8 hours, right? If you do an analysis, am I actually doing right productivity during these 8 hours? I can tell you, I can guarantee you that most of you may be actually wasting 1 to 2 hours minimum on social media, or just for unnecessary thoughts, right? So the one thing what you have decided that this 8 hours or whatever hours which you plan to work, make sure that that is completely dedicated for your work. During that, in between, you may be taking breaks and other things. But whenever you are at a workstation, whenever you are doing a work, you make sure that you are completely dedicated for your work, right? Maybe, so instead of scrolling down Facebook or chatting in WhatsApp or unnecessary talk with the other colleagues, you make sure that no, this is my productive time. This time I won't give to anyone else. Right? I don't deny that. I don't say that you need to completely avoid your social media in your life. No, because see, social media gives us a lot of good things as well as bad things. Right? So take whatever positive things which comes from the social media, and through which you apply in your life. And same way we need to talk to our other colleagues also, right? We should have a good environment, so we need to have time for that also. I'm not telling that you should not talk to anyone. You should talk to people, right? But don't waste your majority of the time on chit-chatting or talking unnecessary things, right? So avoid social media during working hours and reduce unwanted talks, right? And the sixth very important step is Sangam Sharanam Gachami. I hope all you have heard this slogan from Sri Buddha, right? Buddham Sharanam Gachami, Sangam Sharanam Gachami. So we need to have Sangam Sharanam Gachami. We need to friend with other performers. We should make other performer as a friend, right? You see, there is a study which was done, and it was mentioned in one of the book of Jim Rohn, that if there is a 5 people, and if you know 4 people's salary, the fifth person's salary will be average of this 4 person, right? So you tend to make company with your level people. You never try to make a company with higher level people or even lower level people also, right? So it's a tendency. Like let us. You are someone who is earning a 50K or a 1 lakh in a month. You see, your average, your friend circle, people all will be having almost similar kind of salary only, right? So what you need to do is, if you want to grow up, You need to make company with the performers. Like you find out the performers in your office and start talking to them. Share what is your thoughts, how to be better performer. Let them also start sharing you a lot of their thoughts, their ideas. Right? That's how together you both can grow. Correct? So make friend with other performers. It's very, very important thing. And you see, this is one common thing, one good thing which you can see with many successful entrepreneurs. They have a lot of community which like they share they all share their own ideas how to grow up and all, and that is how they together grow, right? So we should also, when we are working somewhere, we want to grow, we should make other performer, other successful people as our company, as our friends, right? So that we can get a lot of things from them and we can also grow along with them, right? Then the seventh important steps, which I always say to everyone, that triple L, LLL, lifelong learning mentality. Triple L mentality. We should keep a triple L mentality, lifelong learning mentality. Right? It's a common tendency that we, after our education, formal education, or our maybe let us say we get graduated or post-graduated and sometimes doctorate, and after the formal education, we think that okay, we have learned everything enough, and we don't want to learn further. Right? It happens. And but actually the real learnings, see, basically the formal education is very important and this is the base of our life, but the real education starts after that. Right? We should be able to invest on ourselves. Maybe we need to read a lot of books, we need to attend a lot of self-development training, we need to attend a lot of training which is related to your profession. So we need to keep on invest on other trainings, right? Trainings and books. I'll tell you with a very interesting story. This I have shared with many people who had attended many of my programs. There was a guy whose name was, let us say we consider his name was Raju, and Raju was unemployed. One day, Raju decided that he will go to nearest village to find out some job. So he started his journey. On the way, he had to pass through a forest. While passing through the forest, he met a timber mill owner. And he asked the master, "Master, can I get some job?" So the master told, "Yes, Raju, I can give you a job. Your job is nothing but every day morning you need to go inside the forest along with an axe, cut the tree, and come back in the evening." So Raju was happy because he got a job, right? And Raju, first day he went with a lot of enthusiasm and zeal, because what all we do on the first day of the job, we go on time, right? We dress well, and we go on time. We go with full of enthusiasm, right? So same way, Raju also went with a full of zeal, and he went sharp at 9 o'clock. He started cutting the tree, and on first day of the job, he could cut 7 trees. Okay, his master was so happy. Oh, very good, because you did wonderful job, 7 trees. Second day again, Raju went on time. He was not like us, so he kept the same zeal. He went inside the forest. He started cutting the tree. That day he could cut around 6 trees. Third day again he went. Third day when he went on sharp time with the same level of energy. As I told, he is not like us, right? Then he went on time. He started cutting the tree. That third day he could cut only 5 trees. So the day passed like this. On 7th day evening, when the master was passing through the forest, what he found was Raju couldn't even finish a single tree that day. He was still struggling to cut the tree. So the master got angry, right? This is what happened, right? When the juniors are not working properly, the senior will get angry, right? Same, the master got angry. He started shouting at Raju, "Raju, what are you doing? You are not putting any effort." Innocently, Raju looked at the master and told, "Sir, I don't know. I am putting the same effort which I used to put on the first day of my job, but I am not getting the same result." Then the master thought for a while, and he went and took Raju's axe. So what he found was Raju was busy in working so hard. Because of that, he forgot to sharpen the axe. Right? That is why he is not getting the same result which he used to get on the first day of the job. Right? You understood the concept? Now, let us connect the same story with our life. We used to perform very well at the beginning of our career, or we used to perform very well during our beginning of our business. But when the time passes, the performance level started coming down, the satisfaction level started coming down. Even we are able to see that some of our juniors, some of our youngsters started overtaking us. It happens, right? Because we also forgot to sharpen our axe. We also have two axes. One is called our body, one is called our mind, right? So we should keep on sharpen our both the axes, right? Even I think Abraham Lincoln only told one time, if you give me 8 hours to cut a tree, 6 hours I will keep on sharp my axe. Only 2 hours I will invest for cutting the tree, right? So that much important is there for sharpening. So what are my request to all you people is, from today onwards, start investing on self. Read a lot of good self-development books, read a lot of books which is related to your profession, attend self-development training, attend training which is related to profession, take care of your body, right? And that is how you sharpen your mind and body, right? So it's very important that triple L mentality, lifelong learning mentality. The moment you stop learning, that means you are died. You may be growing in terms of age, in terms of your weight and whatever, but normally, normal this one, if you say you are dead already. You are not going to grow further in your life. You are not going to achieve more satisfaction. You are not going to be happy and successful in your life, right? So always keep that triple L mentality, right? Then the ninth step is do it now mentality. Do it now mentality. See, even you see, many times you get a good idea. Sometimes when you are working, you get a very good idea, or just before going to sleep, you get a lot of good idea, or when you're in the bathroom, you get a lot of ideas, right? But when it comes to execution, you never do it. Most of the ideas which we generate, no, we don't get it, it never end up in executions. It happens, right? And because we don't have that habit, or we don't have that mentality of do it now. Right? So what you need to do is, the moment any idea comes, any this one comes which can support your goal, immediately jump into that. Let it fail, don't worry, but immediately do it. Make sure that you have the do it now mentality, right? So that at least even if out of 10 attempt, 9 let it fail, but maybe the one idea, no, that will give you the big success, right? So make sure that mentality you keep it. Do it now mentality. Right? Then the 10th step is believe in universal power. Universal power, when I say universal power, yeah, if you're someone who is believing in God, you can believe in God, or you are believing in some cosmic energy or infinite intelligence, whatever you call, right? There is some energy, right? Some energy which governs all us. So always believe in that. Okay, understand that there is a universal energy. Some people call it as a God, infinite intelligence, whatever you want, you can call it. And when you trust on that and when you put an effort, somehow that universal energy will give you the result. There is nothing to worry about it, right? So if you're on the right track, if you're doing everything, the universal power will give you whatever you desire, right? So always believe in, maybe if you're a God believer, believe in the God. No issues, right? Or if you believe in something else, you believe in that. So keep a belief always on some infinite intelligence, some universal power which governs all us, right? And the 11th point, important point, which I want to say is persist till you succeed. This is also another important thing, because what happens sometimes we at whenever we get a high level of energy, whenever we get motivated, what do? We jump into something, right? And we start doing something, and in between we started meeting some more other failure, right? Some more other resistance. What happened? We get disappointed, and we just give up that, right? And we go and jump into something else. So what we need to do is, once you decide on something, persist till you succeed on that. Normally we can compare it with, see, we all know the game called Snake and Ladder, right? Even myself and my daughter play this. Okay, we both love that game very much. So what happened, whenever we jump into mouth of a snake, we comes down, right? But we never stop the game till we reach at the 100th number, right? So our life also should be something like a game. We should enjoy the game, right? In between, ups will come, some ladder will get, we will climb, but in between some snake will be there, some failure will come, that will swallow us and we'll go down, again we will climb, right? So life is a game. So till we succeed, we should persist the game, right? So life, you take it as a game, and enjoy each and every moment. And whenever failure comes, understand, okay, fine, it's okay, it's fine. I understood that. Okay, it's one part of the game, right? So I don't mind it. Correct. So persist till you succeed is the next point. And the next important point is learn to laugh at you. Right. So why I want to say is, so in this game, as I told, during this journey, ups and downs will happen. But whenever the failure comes, you should not get disappointed. You should not get disappointed. Instead of that, what you should do, whenever failure comes, look at you only and laugh at you and say, "Arey, leave it." Right? One time it happened. We understood there was a mistake happened. Let us rectify it. Let us try one more time. Right? So try to, so that you don't get disappointed. You know that it's a game and sometimes failure happens. So that time you look at yourself and start laughing at you. It's open, over, right? It happens. It was a mistake. It happened. I will rectify next time. Next time also I'll try. Next time also sometime I fail. Again I will try. Right? So that's how the life you should take it. Right? That will help you to peak your performance. And the last and very important points, what I want to say is create extra 15 minutes habit. This is another very important habit. So maybe you can see with many of you, it's a common habits which you can see with many performing employees and businessmen. See, if let us say if our working time is 9 to 6, normally what happened, 5:30 itself you would have winded up in our mind. Okay, 6, we will be looking at the watch or we'll be looking at the screen whether the log of time is it's going to happen or not, right? So the moment 6 o'clock happen, we'll shut everything and we'll go out. But instead of that, we should create a habit that I am not going to log off at 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock is my log of time, but I won't go at 6 o'clock. I will go only by 6:15. So create that 15 minutes extra working. So it is not going to make somebody else satisfied or no. It is just to make sure that we put extra effort. So sometimes you won't have any work also. So you may be thinking, why should I waste my 15 minutes extra? Right? So that time you invest on learning something. You can learn a lot of things from even YouTube. You can learn a lot of things. Maybe if you are enrolled in some online courses, you can enroll from sitting at your workstation and enjoy those learning, right? Or read some books. But make sure that the extra 15 minutes you will invest on that work, right? So that when you create those kind of habits, you always try to push yourself maximum. Right? Today you may be sitting from 6 to 6:15. Maybe after some time, when you start creating this habit, you will slightly increase to 6:30, right? So that you will be more productive. Correct. But during those extra time, you should not spend your time just scrolling your Facebook or what you say, streaming YouTube or whatever. Maybe if you're looking into some social media, it should be some productive information, right? That's how it should be managed. Right. So these are the very important steps which will help you to peak your performance. So I'm going to repeat once again. One, awareness of your unlimited potential. You must create an awareness that I have an unlimited potential within me. Have a big goal. Never ever compromise on your goal. Master the emotions. EQ is very important than IQ. And trust and love your job, client, and company. Then avoid social media during working hours and reduce unwanted talks. Then Sangam Sharanam Gachami, make friends with other performer. Triple L mentality, right? Lifelong learning mentality, and do it now mentality, and believe in universal power. Then persist till you succeed. Laugh at yourself and create extra 15 minutes habit. So these are the very important 12 steps which will help you to peak your performance, right? Okay, so friends, here I am going to end up the session. So I'll be coming again live with some more other live interesting sessions, right? So before winding up, I just want to give you a couple of information. So if you want to attend, see, every week I conduct a lot of free online master classes, not through social media. It will be through like webinar jam or Zoom. So if you wish to attend those kind of free online masterclass, I'm going to give you the link. So I'll be putting the link here, and you can, I will be just sharing the link here so that you can actually enroll for those program. Right, 1 minute. so that this link will help you to enroll for the program. Then if you are not yet joined, we have a YouTube channel. There also we put a lot of self-development content. So if you're not joined the YouTube channel, I'll be sharing those YouTube channel link here. And one more very important information, we have a personal development mobile app called Yoda. It is available in Play Store. You go to Play Store and type Yoda, and you can download, even I will share you the link here, and you can download this mobile app. Here you have a lot of free content, like you can go to the study material. There are a lot of free courses are available, so you can access all the courses, including a lot of meditations, affirmation, a lot of things are there, right? Plus there are paid courses, advanced paid courses, which is available under store. So if you wish to like enroll for any of the advanced courses, you can enroll through the store, right? So both the options are there. So what I request is download this app and start learning new things, right? There also I'll be keep on updating a lot of content which is related to mind power, stock market trading, all those things, right? So these are three important things which I want to communicate to all you, right? So wishing you all a happy and successful life. We will meet up in my next video. So thank you very much.